We've had a busy day.
Have you? What have you done today?
Now, I was just staring at my window and I realised, you know how I said there was someone living in the shed next door?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, lately I've noticed there's other people in the garden that I don't recognise.
Ah.
And now I've just realised there's a second shed. It's just hidden behind trees and there's lights on in there. So I think they've got like another family living there.
Gee, how many have they got there?
I don't know. It's not exactly that big a garden. It's the same as mine. You've seen my garden.
Are they hiding illegal immigrants out there or something?
Or they're white people. These
still be illegal.
This other lot. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The kids should have been in school. That's all I'm saying.
Perhaps they're homeschooled. Or shed-schooled, I should say.
Maybe. Maybe I should redo some shedding in my garden and just rent it out to people.
Or they're just gypsies that don't move around. That doesn't work, though, does it?
That must have moved from somewhere, though. They weren't there before.
Well, I doubt someone's lived in that shed for years.
Yeah, it seems like a really bad one as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine living in a shed particularly. I've slept in one before, and it's
Have
not...
you slept in one?
Yeah.
Why were you sleeping in a shed?
Because when I lived with my uncle and aunt, they used to have people come for weddings and Christmases, and there wasn't enough room, so sometimes we'd get put into the shed.
Wow, okay.
And beaten until... No, that didn't happen.
Bullshit, it happened, man, it happened.
And all kinds of things, you know.
That happened in that shed.
Yeah.
When you were a child.
Yeah. Basically, I learnt what a hoe was in a shed. So.
I've never been put in a shed to sleep. Like, sometimes we'd make up bedding and stuff in the living room floor, and all the kids would just sleep in there.
Yeah.
Which is like bad idea. You don't put loads of kids together at night time because they will not sleep. They will tell ghost stories. They will piss about. They will do everything but sleep.
See, I was always the one that wanted to go to sleep, though.
Mm.
And you'd have to listen to people's sodding stories, you know, and go on. I was the one that just wanted to go to sleep.
I was one of the older ones that had to tell the stories sometimes. Well, when I got to the older age.
Ah, really? Well, I bet you... Oh, God, you must have freaked them out with weird stuff.
I wouldn't tell them stories. I'd tell them anecdotes from my life, which would obviously be made up. About, like, ghosts and stuff and getting trapped in cars and freak them out. It was fun.
Yeah. That must have been fun for those kids as well.
Yeah, they love me. Maybe that's why they love me. They don't want to scare me. But they don't want to scare me. They don't want to annoy me because I'll scare them.
You can tell them creepypastas now.
I could if I spent enough time with them to tell them creepypastas.
Yeah. I bet that's what
tell
Chris
them
does.
to start listening to... Actually, they should not listen to this podcast.
No.
It's... Actually, they're older now. I mean, they could probably handle it.
Yeah. Well, you got to start them young, you know.
But I don't want them knowing too much about my life.
It's probably being famous, isn't it?
Us being famous. Really?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't get paid to do this. We pay to do this. Remember that, Matt. Just remember that.
Yeah. That's just how dedicated we are, though.
Usually if you're famous, you get paid just for being alive.
Yeah.
We don't get paid jack shit.
I really think we should get paid for being alive.
Maybe we should just start a GoFundMe to keep this going.
I'd start a GoFundMe just to keep us alive, to be honest.
Yeah, to keep us fed.
Yeah.
But don't GoFundMe. It's not like that people put money in an account for you and you can take it out whenever you feel like it. You have to set a target, don't you? And you have a set amount of time to actually get to that target. Would we ever reach a target? And what would our target be?
Ooh.
What are we worth?
Below or above millions?
What are we worth? $5?
Well, I think I'm worth a bit more than that.
Yeah, no, if you think about me personally and all my assets and stuff, I have a lot of shit that costs money, so I should get some money out of it. I should. I'm easily worth, I think. I'm taking a look around my bedroom now. I'm easily worth at least... At least 500 quid. Actually, no, I probably spent more money on all the shit that I've got in here. I've got a few electronics, don't I?
Yeah. I've got a couple of Cliff Richard calendars that would sell.
Yeah, I'm worthless.
I'm not going to disagree.
This Mac's the most expensive thing I have, and it's very, very old.
Yeah, you could probably get a couple of quid for that.
Yeah, to be fair, the TV's probably worth more than the Mac.
The TV's your best asset then, I'd guess.
Right now, yeah.
And everyone wants a TV as well.
Yeah, the best soul asset.
And the stuff that you could put with it as well.
What, all my DVDs?
Yeah, and your stick thingies that you put in it.
The sticks are only worth 30 quid.
Still 30 quid. And think of all the stuff you can get on there.
I have so many products and candles and stuff and jewellery that I'd never wear.
Have you still got that weed candle I got you?
Yeah, no, the thing is, it smells horrible, but it looks lovely.
Does
so
it?
I'm probably never going to burn it. Well, I did burn it, but it smells, well, because it's hash.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't actually smell very nice, and it's all smoky, so it looks nice, so I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. The thing is, you dig out the candle, and then you can store, your real stuff in there. If you get what I mean.
This is why my younger cousins will not listen to this podcast.
I was talking about something else. I was talking about...
A dildo? Again, this is why my younger cousins will not listen to this podcast.
It's a small dildo you're trying to get in there.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Well, that's your kind of thing.
It's useless. That's why I'm storing it away.
Ah, good idea.
Yeah.
Why do you have it in the first place if it's useless, though? Just throw it away.
Yeah, maybe. But you know what I'm like with hoarding? Let's just say it was a gift.
Oh, who the hell got you that?
Who got me that? I don't know. It was a Secret Santa gift.
Okay.
Someone must have known me intimately.
You sure you didn't find it somewhere? Like in a hedge?
Who just finds dildos lying around?
Not me.
And even if you found a dildo lying around, that literally could have been anywhere. Why are you going to pick it up and take it home?
I don't. You picked up that Paddington Bear thing, didn't you? That you gave to me.
What?
Little one. You found a little Paddington Bear somewhere. You gave it to me
at
as a
work.
present. Yeah. It's still hanging around. You didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, but I gave it to you. It's not like I kept it.
Oh God, you're not going to give me dildos, are you? Jesus. Yeah, you don't need to give me everything you find.
I forgot about the small Paddington. I thought you were talking about the big one, and I was about to have a go at you saying, no, I actually paid for that shit.
No. I definitely talk about the small one because he's on my bookcase. I can see him right now, actually.
Is the big Paddy okay?
Yeah, he's upstairs in my room. He sits on top of one of my wardrobes.
I thought you stayed in your living room.
I do, but I have Big Paddington upstairs.
I didn't realise you had a bedroom. I thought you lived in your living room.
No, I do have a bedroom. I used to sleep in there.
But now you sleep in the living room.
Yes.
Why don't you just sleep in your bedroom, which is for sleeping?
Because I prefer the living room at the moment.
So weird.
True. But it's just the way I am. It's the way I roll.
A bedroom's for sleeping, Matt.
Yeah. But
Everyone
Paddington's
has a
up there.
bedroom. Is this because of your aunt and uncle making you sleep in a shed and stuff? You don't think you're suitable for a bedroom?
Yeah, I've got very deep-seated... No, deep... Yeah, I've got very deep emotional problems, Tarman.
Yeah, we need to start a GoFundMe for your counselling sessions.
Yeah. Well, you've got this podcast for your counselling.
Yeah.
That's what it tends to be.
Yeah, but it feels like I feel like you've got more deep-seated problems than me. I just get angry a lot for no reason. And I get worked up, but then I get over it.
I just think what happened in that shed should stay in that shed.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened in that shed?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I really don't, do I?
I learned so much about gardening.
Just,
About gardening?
While Matt goes and cries, I think I should put some intro music around about here. So you have like a couple of seconds to cry, Matt, and then we have to go back into this.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
Are you done yet?
No, just give me a few more minutes.
Okay, so should we go back to intro music again?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
No,
Enough?
I'm done now. I'm done.
Okay, good.
I'll try and
Because-
compose myself.
Yeah, good. Because we have to intro music twice. I mean, we have to pay royalties for the... No, we don't. We don't have to pay royalties for anything.
Haha, fuckers.
Aha. Well, they're not fuckers because they were nice enough to put up rights for music.
The nice fuckers then.
Nice, wonderful fuckers.
Yeah,
I'm sure they fuck well too.
yeah.
Yeah.
We try not to swear.
Who, us?
Yeah. I started that one, so I'm entirely
Did we say that we're going to try not to swear? I would make no such deal.
No. To be honest, that's complete bollocks, to be honest.
That I would never agree to such a thing.
No.
Nah.
Swearing.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. It makes things interesting, doesn't it, swearing?
It just breaks up your sentences a little bit. It's like a comma for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really bad that but then again, you've got Californians, instead of a comma, they say like all the time. So I think saying fuck is better than saying like constantly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
But I prefer to fuck than like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Someone else who wouldn't. That's a terrible segue.
She wouldn't like to... Really? Are you sure she wouldn't like to fuck?
I don't know. Probably she would. I don't know.
Well...
In a hot air balloon? What do you think? That's probably
it'll
dodgy.
be an experience. It's like It's sort of like the Mile High Club.
Yeah. More chance of falling out, though.
Yeah, but it's a bit more spacious than airplane toilet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be more comfortable. But it could be cold if it's in winter.
Ooh.
But who goes ballooning in winter? I never have. I always do it in summer or spring.
You go ballooning?
Yeah, all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got one in my backyard. Yard.
Do you take the shed people up with you?
Nah. I think they're actually using... Because they've deflated it because it's been winter. So I think they might be using it as like thermal... I should have just said blanket rather than... Yeah, I think they're actually just using it as a blanket right now.
I don't know. You reveal hidden sides of you all the time on this podcast.
Yeah, what else have I revealed? I need to remember to keep up with that lie.
You had plastic surgery, didn't you?
Oh, tons of it. I was actually albino.
Oh, yeah. You were albino when we first met, weren't we?
Yeah. Now I'm brown.
Remarkable transformation, I must say.
I could have ended up orange. Like, come on now. I think the surgery turned out well.
Yeah. Who wants to be orange? You'd look like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, I know, right? Why do people dye themselves orange?
You see some of them, and they look properly ridiculous. You can't think that looks a good look.
I don't understand how they think that could be attractive. And I know I'm no beauty, but you actually try to make yourself look like that? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, a natural tan looks good, but Jesus, some of these people.
I think just natural anything looks good.
Yeah.
Just be natural.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it. Like the people that always have all the hair products in their hair, or the girls that just spend hours just caking their face in makeup every morning, like layers of foundation and then like mascara and blush and eyeliner.
Yeah.
I don't see why you would bother.
Yeah. I'm all natural, so, I'm just,
I'm all natural as well. I don't do any of that shit. The only thing artificial I do is straighten my hair, but that's purely because my hair's curly, and when it gets curly, it gets knotty.
Yeah.
And then it all comes out when I'm brushing it, so it's just easier for me to handle if it's straight.
So you haven't thought of getting a perm, then?
Oh, fuck that. I can't even deal with my curly hair. I'm not going to overdo it with a perm, am I?
What about a mullet?
A mullet. I'm already business up front, party at back, so it doesn't matter. I don't need like a proper mullet.
You could do a proper 80s,
I'm all about the 80s. I mean, if you speak to me, I sound like I was even old in the 80s, actually. Yeah. I'm way beyond my years.
Yeah.
I'm an old fart.
I can hardly talk.
You're worse than me.
Oh, what?
Hey, at least I engage sometimes with like contemporary shit.
Look, I heard you talking about something you put in your TV, and you called it a stick. That's how old you sound.
It's
I had to correct you on that.
It's a fire stick.
I had to say, listen, that's not what we call it these days.
It's a fire stick.
That's exactly what I told you it was. I'm glad you're
What are you on about? Are you trying to inception me?
I'm trying to get into your mind.
That's what I meant. Are you trying to inception me?
Yeah.
Exactly it's not working though, because like I've got audio footage.
Have you?
Yeah. You do realise we record this podcast.
Oh, fuck. You don't, do you? You don't record this? Shit. The things I've said. Actually, I don't even say the worst things. It's you and Chris that says half them.
No, I think Chris actually says the worst things, but because he's got a jolly voice.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually sound that bad.
Bet you regret recording that creepypasta one, which turned out to be real dodgy.
What, Chris doing the pedo one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was just like, I had to stop and it's like, do you not read these before you actually... Like, seriously, you don't even pick the research-heavy ones. You pick creepypastas. At least you can just read it beforehand. I'm the one that had to stop you there. I was like, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. When I have the moral high ground, you know you're fucked up.
Yeah. Even for
Chris.
this podcast, that was too much.
It's because it came out of someone's mind.
Yeah.
And probably a child, like a teenager. It's very disturbing that they're writing that. Like, where are the parents?
Yeah. It's just wrong.
Fucking Chris. I'm glad you're gone. I'm glad you're dead. That's it. I've killed Chris off now.
Yeah.
I forgot, Matt, we killed you off as well. Shit. We kill off a lot of people. I'm the only survivor.
The lone survivor.
Lone survivor, lone wolf that has a Ouija board, apparently, because I'm speaking to Matt. That's why it seems like you never go out and do stuff, because you're always trapped in hell.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the war stories.
Yeah, but I'm with all the interesting people.
Like?
I'm with my buddies, like...
Jimmy Savile.
And I was about to say Joseph Fritzl, but then I realised he isn't dead yet. That kind of...
God. I mean, like, one can hope.
Yeah.
That disgusting piece of shit just rots.
Yeah. It's going to be a weird place if heaven accepts him.
You know what? I don't understand the boundaries of heaven anyway, so... who knows? I don't quite understand heaven. And also, like, the people there seem boring, so... The people that seem like they'd get there seem boring. I'd rather be stuck in purgatory and just see the world.
Yeah.
Watch people.
But yeah, purgatory, you get kind of best of both worlds then, don't you?
Yeah.
You can kind of get some of the nice things from heaven.
Yeah. I've not done anything good enough to go to heaven, not done anything bad enough to go to hell. So I think if there is like an afterlife, I'm in purgatory.
Yeah. You sure there's not something you've done that's really bad?
Nah.
You seem like the kind of person that would do something like that.
Nah, come on, I'm too lazy to do anything good or bad.
Yeah, that's the problem, like, all this murdering and stuff like that. So much effort, isn't it?
I know, and then you have to try and, like, make sure you get away with it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck. I'd get caught purely because I couldn't be bothered to tidy up after myself.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, I'd know how to. But in practice, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm tired now. That murder was exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit back with a cup of tea and, like, you know, some digestive biscuits, or I might treat myself and do some bourbon, the chocolate bourbons, and then I'll completely forget and the body's just there rotting.
Would the smell not be off-putting?
I'd go home and have my tea and biscuits, wouldn't I? I wouldn't murder at my own house.
No.
That's just stupid.
Although there was your cleaner. You murdered your cleaner, didn't you?
No, you keep saying that. I haven't murdered her.
I think you did.
I saw her the other day.
You did. That was a ghost, Tom.
No, because she was cleaning.
A ghost can clean.
She's non-corporeal if she's a ghost.
Not in my world.
Do you know what non-corporeal is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. If you say so. Are you going to be frantically Googling after this?
She's not corporeal. And yes to the answer to Googling.
It's just, you could have just admitted you didn't know what it was. Like, speakeasy, I had to quiz you. I was like, what? And then you were like, what is a speakeasy? And I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about it for like 10 minutes. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so what's non-corporeal mean then?
It means go fuck yourself, Matt. I'm not your educator. You should learn this stuff at school. You should listen in school.
Fine. Oh, who talks about fucking corporeals at school?
It means basically you can't touch her.
Oh, that's bad for you then, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we should get to the fucking point.
Yeah, ballooning. I like balloons.
Yeah, you get the balloon fetish.
Yeah, this is what I really want to talk. I convinced you that we're going to talk about Sophie Blanchard, but we're actually going to talk about balloons.
Good, because like she has loads of names, so I don't know what to call her.
Yeah. What was her real name? It was Marie Madeleine Sophie Armand.
Marie Madeleine Sophie Blanchard.
That was her original name. She got married to Jean-Pierre Blanchard, and that's where she gets the Blanchard name from. And that's where she got her interest in ballooning as well.
Yeah, because her husband had a balloon fetish. It was all the rave in the 1700s.
Yeah, they were up with those balloons, you know.
Like, you know what the French are like? They're a bit wild.
They were putting those balloons where they hadn't been before, you know. I'm telling you that.
Up the arse to transport cocaine over flights. They put in condoms, don't they, nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not balloons, it's condoms. Okay.
And they swallow it sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, they swallow the
cocaine,
condoms and shit it out.
Yeah.
Or throw it up. I think it's easier if they throw it up, though. So it doesn't have to go through the stomach and then all the intestines. And that could take hours.
Haven't you just got a load of puke-filled cocaine, though?
No, because that's why they put it in condoms. To protect it.
Oh,
and like the condoms are lubricated, so it's easier to go down.
They really think of these things, don't they, these drug
They're really smart. I don't think we give enough credit.
Yeah, I think they should get away with it, just for pure.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, if you ever thought about the business sense behind a drug dealer, okay, come on, the drugs are in demand because you can't just get them anywhere. And, like, they buy it and they can sell it for twice as much as they bought it for. 100% markup right there.
Yeah.
It's good business sense.
Yeah. They're the good guys, really, I think.
Yeah. They're providing the public with a service.
Yeah. Up the drug dealers, yay. Yeah.
They're providing kids that didn't pay attention in school or life and have fallen into bad ways and have no qualifications, no means of getting a job. They're providing them with jobs. Sure, they get threatened and stuff, but so-so. It's part of life.
Yeah, I get threatened all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk into the car, I get some old person threatening me, waving their sticks at me,
Usually we get threats here because of, I don't know, insensitivity, getting something wrong about Richie Edwards.
Yeah.
Or maybe Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
And then I don't even go back and respond because I don't want to listen to the episode again because I don't know what I said 5 minutes ago, let alone what I said 5 months ago.
Should we get back to Sophie Blanchard?
Yeah, should we get back to balloon porn?
Very little's known about her early life.
Yeah, so this is going to be a short episode. We're already at like 20 minutes, though.
We don't even know the date of her marriage to Jean-Pierre, but we do know that she wasn't his first wife. He had a first wife who he abandoned, and he also had 4 children with this first wife, so he's possibly a little bit of a shit. His first wife later died in poverty as well, so... Yeah, he sounds like a good guy.
Lovely, lovely man.
Yeah.
But who knows? We don't know their situation. Maybe she was having loads of affairs. Maybe the kids weren't his.
To be fair, he wanted to spend most of his time in a balloon. So, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, haven't you? If you want to be in a balloon, be in a balloon.
Follow your fucking dreams, man. Follow your dreams.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't need to put fucking in the middle of that. I mean...
Yeah, Tom.
Why do I fuck everything up?
Yeah, you just do.
I literally fuck everything up.
Yeah. Contemporary reviews of Sophie Blanchard described her as Blanchard's small, ugly, nervous wife, which is a bit harsh. But then later on, she gets described as being small and beautiful, which I don't quite... Because
perception has changed of her.
Yeah, I think when she took a solo career, she seemed to come into her own. Apparently, Sophie much more preferred being up in the air than being on the ground. She's quite nervous. Things used to scare her a lot. She'd be startled by like loud noises or anything like that. But apparently she was amazing in the air, completely fearless. She was in quite a few accidents as well with her husband. I think she lost consciousness quite a few times while she was ballooning. And one in particular bad accident left her mute for a while. So, she'd been through a few scrapes in these balloons. But she still kept going up. No matter how many times she was in accidents.
It's a bit like cocaine.
Yeah, a bit like that, really. Just keep doing
circle.
it. Yeah, that's what addiction's like, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I have my fair share of addictions.
Yeah, balloon scare.
No, you're the one with the balloon fetish, mate.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, my addiction to balloons. I just, Burger King. Right, her first ascent in a balloon was with Blanchard in Marseille on 27th of December 1804. The reason why Blanchard might have chosen to take his wife was he believed that a female balloonist was something of a novelty at the time, and it would be kind of, it would be an attraction.
Yeah, good PR.
Yeah, attention, basically, particularly as they had financial problems at the time. He was quite bad business sense at that point. Unknown to him, she would go on to really enjoy the experience, and she described it as an incomparable sensation. She then made several other ascents and eventually got to do some of her own. She was not, however, the first female balloonist, but she was the first woman to pilot her own balloon and first to adopt it as a career. So she's a trendsetter in that sense. There had been others before her. Again, one of them was an opera singer, a bit like Julie, who we talked about last
No,
week.
my Julie.
One of the first was like just went up with some male balloonist. So they didn't really do it as a kind of career. She was the first proper one, I would say.
Yeah, because the other people just did it for an experience where
Yeah.
she was making a living out of it. And she continued to do so even after her husband.
Yeah, they kind of sound like hangers-on, to be honest, some of these other ones. In 1809, her husband died, unfortunately, when he fell from his balloon in The Hague. He'd had a heart attack. You don't know what effect this had on her, but she still continued, despite the fact that he died. It's quite brave in a way. I mean, if you've seen your husband die...
Oh, was she there?
I don't know if she was, but if you know your husband's died in a balloon...
Yeah, but also she sort of had to at this point then, because she had no other means of living.
True.
And her husband had died.
Yeah, and if he had bad business sense, I can imagine he probably didn't have loads of money.
No.
So, but yeah, she particularly specialised in night flights as well, which not always the easiest, because you've got to have plenty of light, because you don't have like an horizon to depend on.
And you can't, like, see.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, these flights weren't really long, so it's not necessarily essential, but it'd still make it more difficult. Her husband had experimented with parachutes, and she continued this. This involved parachuting dogs from her balloon.
The dog could land anywhere.
Yeah, but that dog, he'd enjoy that, I think.
Yeah, until we, like, landed in the middle of a road and got hit by something.
Horse and cart.
Yeah, I was about to say car, and then I realised that's 1700s. Okay, and let's see, what if we, like, landed in the middle of a lake? I mean, dogs can't swim.
Dogs can swim?
In the middle of, like, a deep lake. They can't swim, they can paddle.
Some of them can swim pretty well, actually.
Fine.
Depends on the dog.
What if he landed in the middle of a forest and a parachute is heavy, and he's got the parachute and he can't really run anywhere, and he just dies of starvation? That's a long death.
Yeah, but he parachuted.
Yeah, but he died.
Shit
horribly.
happens.
You're supposed to like dogs.
Yeah. If anything happens to them, shit happens.
You wanker.
I'm joking, you idiot.
But that's why your dog sounded really sad.
Yeah.
'Cause you're a terrible father.
I'm terrible to them. Beat them. I throw them out windows.
Fucking cock.
I'm going to get parachutes.
You do realize these listeners, you know what people are like. They can say anything you want about a human being. Do anything you want to a human being. The amount of people you've insulted, no one's cared. But now you're saying you torture your dogs. We're going to have the police on our case.
I do not torture my dogs. I know in one podcast episode I threatened to punch one of my dogs, but it did not happen.
Bullshit.
No, but I'm still getting parachutes for my dogs.
Fucking inhumane, man. I don't even like dogs.
I like them. It's for their own enjoyment, you know.
No, it's for your enjoyment because you think it might look funny.
To be fair, one of the other dog's a bit big. He'd probably just fall straight down anyway. Yeah, moving on. But her main attraction was fireworks, and even now this might seem a little stupid, but it was all part of the attraction for her, and it really sold quite well. She became really quite popular, and I can imagine it actually being quite a show in some ways. The reason why this is also different was most the aeronauts were making their reputations by demonstrating parachute jumps, but I don't think she was particularly keen on doing that. And so yeah, the fireworks was, I'm trying to think of the word, the Pierre de Resistance or something like that. It's the spectacle of her show. That's why people are going, basically.
Main attraction.
And I'll come to this later on, but it would prove to be devastating later on, though.
Yeah, because of fireworks, hot air, balloon, that could lead to many accidents that could end up being very volatile.
It's not a good mix, but we'll come to that later. One of her kind of main rivals, actually, as an aeronaut, but particularly female aeronauts, was her niece, actually. Oh, no, was it her niece?
No, it wasn't her niece.
Oh, it's someone else's niece. There was a family, the Garnerian family. Great pronunciation.
Garnerian.
Garnerian. Yeah.
Garnerian.
All right, smart ass.
I'm just fucking reading it. It's phonetic.
Oh.
It's Garneriin.
All right, fuck off.
Go on.
Go on about your fucking cartorials or whatever you were talking about earlier.
I'm going to get you like the word a day toilet paper.
I'm going to learn French just so we can get over this.
It's not even French, these are names.
They're French names. Gone. Oh, whatever it is.
You just need to know how to read.
Garnering. His wife and daughter and niece all kind of were into ballooning and stuff like that.
Do you want to say his first name as well?
No, I'm not going there.
André-Jacques.
Jack, yeah. See, I could say that. I could say André-Jacques.
Jacques. It's not Jack.
Okay, Jacques. Then. But yeah, this guy's niece was Sophie's main rival. And they literally dominated the scene. If one of them wasn't at the event, the other would be. Blanchard may have given demonstrations of parachuting, but I don't think she was that keen. Because if she was a bit easily startled, I doubt she'd like parachuting. The problem, again, as I said, they were still in debt at the time of her husband's death. So she had to be quite frugal, and that meant choosing a fairly cheap balloon, which would probably be one reason why she died later on. She chose...
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, fuck.
A woman that was alive in the 1700s died.
I know, the people were thinking she was still alive, and I ruined it.
Fucking hell, Matt, you ruined everything.
Oh.
What's the point of listening to the rest of this episode?
To hear my pronunciations, come on. You got to make
Actually, yeah, carry on.
So let's see if I can massacre Napoleon.
We're going to do Marie Antoinette next week.
Fucker. Yeah, she chose a hydrogen-filled gas balloon, and this didn't actually allow all that much room, actually.
So you can't really join the Mahar Club in that.
Yeah, it's just a tiny chair, basically, that she had to sit on.
It's less weight.
Yeah, and I don't think that you didn't have to, like, tend to a fire as well. You had to kind of attend to a fire and then try and fly the bloody thing as well. So it's quite difficult. I think that's why often husbands took their wives up with them in those days, because they kind of needed the help. But because she was relatively, she's quite a small person, quite light, she really saved a lot of money actually on like the gas and stuff like that. She didn't need to use as much gas as other people did. But she became incredibly popular. She became a favourite of Napoleon. And he appointed her to some role. I think it's something like the official aeronaut of the festivals or something like that, I think. She placed some guy. She placed that Ghanaian guy. Because he'd disgraced himself by failing to control his balloon that had been sent up in the air to mark Napoleon's coronation in Paris. So this is a big event, and you don't want to fuck up in front of Napoleon. Don't think he was a cheerful guy. Although he did make jokes at this guy's expense, so he had a sense of humour, but I don't think he wanted to piss him off.
Oh, he seems like a top bloke.
Yeah, he did invade a few countries, so...
No, but he seems like he'd be a right laugh.
Yeah, he sounds like a real legend.
He sounds like a riot.
Yeah, proper lad. So yeah, so she becomes the official aeronaut, so she's really at height of her game there. Interesting fact, he may... or possibly not fact, but he may have made her his chief air minister of ballooning.
I thought you were going to say chief mistress.
No. And
I was like, salacious.
This role would have apparently involved drawing up plans for an invasion of England.
Ooh.
So she could have invaded England at one point.
She could have been the reason that we spoke French.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Oh, God, I would have been fucking dead, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but you would have had to learn it from birth, so you'd actually probably be pretty decent at it. Saying that, there's a lot of English people that I've met that their English is terrible.
Yeah. I still think I'd manage to fuck it up, even if I did speak French all my life.
Probably, and I'll be the one that's telling, Napoleon about you.
Yeah, you'd be... Yeah, because he'd still be alive now, wouldn't he?
Well, Napoleon's descendant, Napoleon the 16th.
They all ended up in America.
Did they?
Yeah, they quite a few of them went to America. I don't know if
then again, America is full of European immigrants. They're all a bunch of immigrants.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them are Native Americans. They're all a bunch of immigrants. Make America great again by closing the borders and kicking out the immigrants.
Even the Native Americans are immigrants, though.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, everyone migrates.
Yeah. To be honest, only I think Africans.
Actually, you know what, Matt, let's not get into it, because the last episode we didn't talk about it. Oh. So we're not going to talk about it now.
The T word. Okay.
The twat. That's the only T word we say is twat.
Anyway, Sophie managed to trump this by performing for Napoleon's 42nd birthday.
I was drinking water.
I don't even know if that made sense, but I just wanted to get that word in there.
Okay, you found a cheat. Let's continue.
So yeah, she was in Milan for Napoleon's 42nd birthday, and yeah, she went up, and yeah, she frequently made a sense for Napoleon's entertainment. Yeah, she was really a bit of a performing monkey for him. But if it's what she liked doing, I suppose there's worse things you could do.
I guess.
They had like little dwarves and stuff like that, so these people,
Yeah.
so it's better than
Weird.
doing that.
Yeah.
Nothing against dwarves, but they were used for weird
They
purposes.
still are.
Yeah.
Britney Spears did it recently, didn't she?
Even Lana Del Rey did in one of her videos. She had a little dwarf in it.
You think I know? Okay.
You don't know who Lana... I'm
I know
more
who
modern
she
than you.
is. I know who she is. Because, like, Lana and Yulia go on about her, and I just can't. It's like, I can't be bothered. I mean, she's so fake.
Yeah. She did a really good few songs, though.
And then she went away.
She's coming back. She's got a new song out.
Like I pay attention to any music.
I'm just
other
proud
than
I'm more
certain
modern
people.
than you.
In music, that's it.
I knew who Nicki Minaj was. Huh?
I know who Nicki Minaj is.
I've seen her Anaconda. Huh? Have you seen that?
I don't actually watch music videos, but I know the Super Bass and the Starships.
Star Pig.
She did that song with Rita Ora as well. And she also did a reality TV show, one of the X Factor ones, I think. One of those ones like that.
I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about now.
So exactly. I'm more modern than you.
No, you're trying to overshadow me now. So
I know who Little Mix are.
Oh, God, I hate them. Ugh.
Who else exists? No, that's it. I'm out of
What
names.
about Blue? They're modern.
To be fair, they came back.
True.
They had a reunion. They went to Eurovision. They got number 11.
Ah, did they?
I think it was something like number 11.
Their mothers must have been so
I know
proud.
it's like one of the highest ones we've gotten recently. So that's why I remembered.
Oh, that must have been amazing. So that must be the highlight of their career.
Yeah, but then again, if you think about it, Eurovision, or the whole of Europe plus Australia is involved, and they all watch it. So it's good advertising for yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why many more artists aren't, chomping at the bit to do it.
Yeah.
Why are we scraping the barrel?
Is it that guy Humperdinck did it, didn't he?
Who?
Humperdinck. Ernest
that?
Humperdinck. Or whatever
Huh?
he's called. You not heard of him?
What are you on about?
Oh, you haven't lived, Tarmin.
I know. Like, we were talking about it, how I'm going to buy a DVD instead of going out and becoming an anti-war photojournalist. We talked about it last week, Matt. Do you not remember?
Yes.
I mean, I know it was a week ago, but it still feels like, a couple of hours ago to me.
Yeah, you're gonna take photos of pigeon.
Yeah, with my iPhone.
Yeah.
I was going to say, photography has actually died because you don't do the developing, everything's just there. But you know what? That's a conversation for another year.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Yeah, because we've got to talk about Sophie. Kind of carrying on this theme of her being a performing monkey, she did these ascents for his marriage, for his son's birth, and the son's baptism. So yeah,
So wouldn't you get tired of like the same entertainment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you can't really do much different in a balloon. It's up, go a little way.
And that's coming from a person that does the same thing every year for her birthday.
Yeah.
It's like that. I'm thinking that's too samey.
Also, fireworks get very samey, to be honest.
They do.
So you're seeing the same fireworks. I can imagine Napoleon getting a bit bored after a while.
I guess ballooning at the time was still a novelty.
Yeah, but even like the third, fourth time, you'd be thinking, I've seen this all before.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he just wanted to be cool in front of everyone else. Maybe it's for the other people. I'm assuming different people got invited to the different events.
Yeah, she'll move on now. She also travelled around the world as well, or around Europe at least, I should say. She did performances in Naples as well for Napoleon's brother-in-law. So he didn't just extend it to his family. Then Louis the 18th, I think that is, was restored to the French throne, and Blanchard once again put her entertainment skills to her magic, and she ascended in her balloon once again, and this was part of his return, so the triumphal procession.
Yeah, Matt, can you please tell me where she ascended from, please? I really want to hear you say it.
Pont Neuf.
Okay, yeah,
That's
carry
not
on.
too bad. I've heard Neuf.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
before.
okay, carry on.
So,
I
you
thought you were going to
could
do
get
it really stupidly, but that's all right.
Do you want me to name the city? Because that's the difficult one.
What's the city?
Paris.
Oh.
I said it. You should be proud of me.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Here she became the official aeronaut of the Restoration. So she had quite a few titles, but none of them particularly important, I would say.
Yeah, they're bullshit titles.
Yeah. But she's getting rewarded for doing something she loves. To us, they mean nothing, I guess.
Yeah, to her, they'd mean the world.
Yeah. And as I said, she became known throughout Europe. Wherever she was, whether she was in Frankfurt or Naples or Rome, the crowds would gather around to see her. She was actually apparently a cause of a poor reception for an opera because the whole city decided just to go see her in her balloon rather than go to the opera.
Well, the opera is on every night.
Yeah. Also, there's so much screaming you can take from an opera, and because that's what they mainly tend to do, I think.
I think it's a bit more than screaming. People focus on the screaming, but there's other things.
Yeah. It's quite very popular in Italy, I understand, which travelled from Rome to Naples, which it doesn't sound like far, but it's still pretty far for the time, I think.
And on a balloon in the time.
She did have to stop it halfway through. She actually fell asleep during that journey as well. Although she may have actually lost consciousness. She claimed to have fell asleep, but it could have just been her falling unconscious. So she actually, during this particular trip, she got caught in a hailstorm. Hailstorms can be pretty nasty sometimes.
And she's a scaredy cat.
Yeah. I did hear something about why they didn't like taking women up in air balloons before because they were worried
of hysteria.
about. Yeah, well, not just that. They were worried that their delicate bodies wouldn't cope with it. They was worried that bodies would explode or something.
But they're okay to have rough sex with and like beat and do all that stuff too.
Yeah, weird.
And
that,
rape and murder.
Yeah.
And assault. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, she did do something. I would have been thinking pretty cool. She actually crossed the Alps by balloon. I can imagine that actually being pretty cool.
As in the French Alps?
Yeah, I think so. Well, the Alps go between French and Italy, don't they?
So the whole of the Alps?
I'm not sure about the whole of the Alps, but some of the Alps.
Oh,
that'd still be pretty cool. That's a pretty nice
Well, it'd be
sight.
cool to see, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this was quite cool because the temperature dropped so low that icicles started to form on her hands and face. So maybe not that brilliant. She also get like altitude sickness, I think, at that level, and she'd get nosebleeds and stuff like that. So it might not have been as much fun as we kind of thought it was. It's only in April as well, so.
But it was the Alps.
Yeah, it does get a bit cold up there.
Just a bit.
Yeah. One of her near scares was on the 21st of September, 1817, when she was on a flight from Naples. This was her 53rd flight, so she'd done this loads of times. And she accidentally thought a marshy field would be a safe landing spot, and it wasn't. And her balloon kind of got caught in a tree, and this caused the chair just to kind of tip over. She was kind of thrown out of the balloon and entangled in the rigging. And she ended up in the water of the marsh and could have drowned if people hadn't been nearby to help. So that's a narrow escape. I haven't been nice drowning in a marsh.
She carried on doing it.
Yeah, but, she knew the risk, so. But she was also quite kind. She sympathised for a woman who was running a shelter for fallen women and offered to donate any money she made from one of her cents to this venture. However, the person in charge of the shelter decided she could not accept because she didn't want Sophie to risk her life just for this shelter.
Are you going to name check the lady that was in charge of the shelter?
Marie.
Yeah.
Therese.
It's just Therese, man. Why did you... I think you're trying too hard now.
Lemour. Wait a minute. L'Amorous.
No, it's Marie Theresa de l'Amorous.
How did you say it then? Say it again.
Marie Theresa de l'Amorous.
Okay, the Cockney way of saying it, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I think I managed to get through that all right. Now, unfortunately, we're going to come to her death. There's quite a sense of foreboding on this night, apparently. She had been warned many times, apparently, that using fireworks in her exhibitions was incredibly dangerous. And this night
I'm
in
sorry,
particular...
wait a minute. She had to be warned.
Yeah, I mean...
Did she not already figure that out?
I think she might have probably known that. I mean, you got to remember, they might not necessarily known that back then.
Common sense does not prevail.
Yeah, but we tend to see common sense as being what common sense is now. It might not necessarily have been common sense back then, necessarily.
If you say so.
Obviously, to us, it's common sense. But, yeah, she was in the Tivoli Gardens in Paris, and she was doing a show for everybody, and she had ascended, but unfortunately, her hydrogen-filled balloon caught fire, and she got caught in the net, and she kind of just fell, basically, and fell to her death. It's quite sad in a way. She'd apparently been very nervous before starting the ascent, so apparently she did say to someone that this would be the last time that she was going to do it. But it sounds a bit sad in that people were like telling her not to do it, but other people were telling her to do it. They were kind of like egging her on. They just wanted a show.
Yeah, they didn't
They
care
didn't really
about her
care
welfare.
about whether she died. And what's also sad is this display was actually probably one of the most impressive shows she put on, because there was a lot more pyrotechnics. It's a lot more fireworks and fire, I guess, than she'd usually use. Because I heard the balloon was like illuminated by baskets containing Bengal fire, and so this would have been really colourful and quite nice to look at, I think. Also, I don't think what helped was that her balloon was like carrying a white flag. It was carrying dress. She had a white dress on there with like a massive white hat as well, with like ostrich plumes. Like, they're going to kind of catch fire pretty quickly, I think, as well.
Ostrich plumes,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You know, that's quite decadent, I think. It didn't help that this night the wind was blowing quite heavily, and the balloon was just like struggling to like rise, and so she had to kind of what's called shed ballast. I think that's shedding weight, isn't it? If I remember. Right.
Shed ballast.
Yeah, that's what the technical term is, apparently.
I guess.
But yeah, she managed.
I'm not a balloonist, I'm afraid. So.
Oh well, I should be. So you know, I like balloons. So yeah, she managed to get like a little bit of lift, but unfortunately, it just got pushed into the trees by the wind. And she managed to get above the tree tops, and she began this, wonderful display. But all of a sudden, the balloon's suddenly on fire, and people were trying to help her. People were trying to shout up instructions, but there's a lot of noise and stuff like that. The crowds were very loud.
To be honest, a flaming balloon in the air, like, no amount of instructions is actually going to help her in that situation. I mean, because there's no way to put it out in the air, and the oxygen is going to just fuel the fire more.
Either way, you're going to have to try and get out of that balloon somehow, and that's going to be dangerous. She's never going to come out of it too well, I don't guess. Because I think what didn't help, I think some of the people at the show didn't realise also that the fire wasn't like part of the show.
Yeah.
So
that happens though.
They were all, it's like, when people like comedians die on stage or something like that.
Yeah, and they think it's an act.
Big, yeah. So they were
like
kind
a
of
magician trapped in a box.
They were all kind of like cheering and applauding and thinking, oh, this is great. Well, she was fucked basically. Yeah, and escaping gas was burning, and fire doesn't work well, I'm told. Yeah, and she wasn't able to get any like lift whatsoever, so just slowly, I think, started to plummet towards the ground. She was able to slow the descent a little bit, but it just wasn't enough in the end. Also, rumours were that she'd gripped hold of her chair so much that she'd burst several arteries at the time, so that sounds quite painful. Not even sure that's possible, actually.
I've burst blood vessels before. I mean, how much different could it be?
These are proper arteries, though.
I know, but if you can see your arteries in your hands, that means they're easy to get to. So if your skin is thinned anyway, and it's like when a woman's giving birth, they're a lot stronger than they would be, and they break their husband's arms.
True.
Like, don't know what the stress or the panic of a situation is going to do. People have unknown strength, like women, like saving their kid from a burning car or something. They manage to do incredible things.
Yeah.
They tap into strength they didn't know they had.
Yeah. I suppose it's possible, then. Despite that rumour, apparently she was quite calm during it all. I'm not sure that kind of, if you're holding your hands that tightly.
I think it's more panic. I mean,
Yeah.
she might not have screamed or shouted, but some people panic so much, they panic themselves into silence and they're frozen.
Yeah. To be also, if you're like that high up as well, how can you tell what she looks like?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she struck some rooftops of her house and the balloon was stuck on the roof of the house. And she would have survived if that had been it. But the ropes of the balloon had kind of just got burnt, and that was the only thing really, I think, keeping her in the air. And she just fell out of the balloon and onto the roof and into the street below. And you're not going to survive that. That's quite a blow you're going to take. And yeah, and she fell pretty much straight onto the slanting roof of the house.
She was a goner, basically.
Yeah, apparently she was taking up a shattered corpse, it says. It's kind of a lovely image, isn't it?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Apparently some people said she did try and cry out, help me, or something like that before she died, but...
It's a bit late.
Yeah, and a lot of people did crowd round to try and assist her when she'd fallen to the ground. She was pretty much already dead. She wouldn't have survived much more than 10 minutes, they think. So, because she'd pretty much broken her neck as well. Even if she'd lived, I don't think there'd be much point in her living, really.
Yeah, some people, there is a fate worse than death. We all know it.
Yeah.
Yet assisted suicide is limitedly available.
Yeah. I think they determined that, unsurprisingly, it's the fireworks attached to the balloon. They'd been knocked out of position. I think they got set off a bit earlier than she had wanted them to. And that's what kind of started it off. Got into the fabric of the balloon and just, yeah. So it's quite sad in a way, because she's doing what she loved doing. And it's not a nice way to go. Even if you do kind of say she's a bit crazy for doing what she was doing.
If she enjoyed a life and she managed to do what she loved and died doing what she loved, isn't that the best way to die?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, sure, it's a nasty death, but she died doing something that she loved.
When people talk about her legacy, at the time, there was quite some dismissive people, like, particularly some of it's quite misogynistic, like, you know, it's like a woman rising above her station, stuff like that. And there's a general sense that, you shouldn't let women in control of air balloons and stuff like that. You know, like how you have people saying, women shouldn't be able to drive these days and stuff like that.
Yeah, they should only be in the kitchen.
But there's a general sense, a lot of people aviation in general, they just thought it was crazy, you're just testing the limits of, you're breaking laws of science, basically. And it's a foolish experiment, you're going to die. But these people contributed, in the end. They did what they wanted to do. They experienced thrills that these people probably never experienced. I'm all for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
They advanced aviation technology,
Yeah, they did.
They were pioneers. They got remembered for something.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have half the technology that we have readily available to us.
Yeah.
People like them, not just them specifically, but people like them.
It's a bit of a gamble. You're going to live dangerously.
If everyone was always safe, we'd still be living in caves.
Yeah. At the end of the day, she did 53 flights, at least, I know of. Well, not I know of, that people know of. She's done it successfully for many years.
Yeah, it's not like it was her first rodeo.
Yeah. I know, at the end of the day, I just think it's better to take that gamble if it's something you really love. Yeah, you might die, but equally, you're advancing something, you're contributing, you're pioneers, I just love the idea that people kind of said, we want to fly, basically.
And they go ahead and do it.
Yeah. You see a bird in the sky and you say, I want to do that as well. So you build a plane or something like that. I think that's pretty incredible, to be honest.
It is.
And yeah, I really admire people like Sophie. And I think, yeah, it's a bit stupid having fireworks in a perhaps.
Yeah, that was a bit thick.
But she was putting on a show. People enjoy it. It's what made her famous, so. And
she had done it 53 times, so.
Yeah. She's doing what she loved.
Yeah, and she knew the risk. She'd had incidents before. She knew the risk.
Yeah.
She'd continue doing it. Also, it's her decision.
Also, if she preferred being up in the air as well, she's much you can get killed on the ground,
Yeah.
Could get knocked over by a horse and cart,
Exactly. It's like the smoking thing whenever people criticise you. It's like, hold on a second, I can get hit by a bus. Does that mean I shouldn't walk on the roads?
Yeah.
Does that mean I should take taxis everywhere? You can die doing anything. Yeah, if I'm smoking, maybe I'll die in like 50 years' time. But if I'm walking out on the street, I could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live your life. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Because might not even be around.
Yeah.
I think this is probably her best way to go. I mean, sure, it must have been painful. But if she's going to go, it might as well be in the air.
It sounds like she died quickly. It's pretty merciful, I suppose, in some ways.
Yeah, she could have burned alive.
Yeah, that's a much worse way to go.
Yeah.
Could have been like Joan of Arc.
Well, she could have lived after that.
Yeah, burns and stuff like that.
Burns, and if her neck was broken, I mean, spinal injury, could have been crippled. I mean, she'd be like an invalid, and she wouldn't be able to do the one thing that she loves. She's already lost her husband. She has no children.
Yeah.
And all she's going to get is people's pity. Who wants to live for that?
Yeah, and she wouldn't be able to balloon anymore. I'm not sure if you said that. So
yeah, I said she wouldn't be able to do what she loved anymore.
Yeah, I kind of glazed over.
Yeah.
But no, I really like kudos to her. I think she's a really kind of, I really like these kind of, and also the French, they did a lot in terms of kind of aviation. They were real pioneers there. So congratulations to the French.
You're loving the French the last couple of weeks.
I know.
And you picked 2 women back to back as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it because of the International Women's Day?
No, that's just like the stories, to be honest.
There's not been a movie about her, has there?
No.
But Amelia Earhart, who just goes missing and has died, how often do we see her in the press? And
that's the problem. Like, if she was American, if Sophie Blanchard was American, they might have made a movie about her, possibly. But I really like her, to be honest.
Yeah, she lived life with lots of fears, yet with somehow fearlessly.
Yeah. And, I think she led the way for a lot of women, in aviation.
Yeah, she actually did stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really think of female pioneers in the 1700s.
Not really, no. As we said, like a lot of the other kind of women that had gone up in balloons were really...
They were accompanying people.
Yeah, by and large. And she's like the first to really do a proper...
Make it her own thing.
Yeah. We remember this woman.
I probably won't after I finish editing, but I mean, it's been nice. It's been nice.
Oh, well, I mean, I might just remember because of the way she died, but I'll still try and remember.
But I might remember that.
I'll still try and remember for what she did. I wouldn't have liked to have been poor around this time, but I would have loved to have done something like that, ballooning. At the time. Could just imagine it'd be so cool.
I don't know. I'd just fear the elements, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I tend to be a person that I'd rather keep my 2 feet on the ground.
But then again, if you're up in the air, no one else is there.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just had some fascination with hot air balloons for some reason. I don't know. It's just balloons of all kind. They just,
I always used to want to fly a plane because that TV show that was on when we were a kid, Come Outside.
Yeah.
I always used to want to learn how to fly one of those little planes because of that.
I love like the early kind of planes as well because they're kind of...
they're like made of wood, planks of wood and really material that isn't durable. And they probably go like 2 miles an hour.
I wouldn't like to probably fly them, but they do sound proper kind of...
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I told you ages ago, there's this one French guy who was trying to fly across the English Channel. He crashed. And he was so like French, he was just sat there smoking the cigarette, waiting to be rescued.
That's fucking badass.
That's not like it's not like panicking. Oh, how am I going to survive? He's just sat there smoking.
I mean, what's the point of panicking?
Yeah,
you're just going to work yourself up into a frenzy, and you might end up killing yourself.
Yeah,
by trying to do something stupid to get out of the situation you're in.
Yeah, I mean,
the best thing to do is to sit and wait for rescue.
Yeah, I mean, I hate pandering to like stereotypes, but that does sound so typically French in some ways.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sophie Blanchard.
Sophie Blanchard, that flew high and burned low. That was in bad taste.
Yeah. Too soon.
She doesn't have any descendants, though, so I'm not really going to be hurting anyone's feelings. And if she did, those descendants wouldn't know who she is.
Yeah.
So we're all good.
Like, if she did, people would have, like, criticised her for, you leaving your kid, alone. Why are you...
Yeah.
But I think they'd be proud of their mum,
Depends on how young the kids are.
Yeah, I suppose.
If they were more older children, they might be all right. But younger kids, they sort of do need at least someone in their life because they've already lost their father.
Yeah, true.
But I like the fact that this is a woman that was actually selfish. Not as in like a bad way. She didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So she could... And then I don't know if that was the reason, but so she could live her own life.
Yeah.
And without affecting anyone.
Also, I think she could have easily just gave up after her husband died.
Yeah.
But she kept going. She got the kind of the buzz of it, I suppose. God, it's right loving for Sophie, isn't it?
Yeah. We need to stop doing these like memorials for all these dead people.
We're being far too nice to people.
We've done it for the past month.
Yeah.
We did Bass Reeves, we did Josephine Baker, we did, what's her name? Julie. My Julie. We did my Julie. And now we've done Sophie Blanchard. And by the way, people, calling her my Julie is because we got really upset after we finished the recording that we didn't make an Ali G joke about my Julie. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like the last few weeks we've been a bit too kind of lick-arsing. These kind of...
Yeah, I know. We should do something else next
We need
time.
someone we can criticise, really.
Yeah.
Who is there out there right
in
now?
this world could we actually possibly criticise
That we could just criticise non-stop, you know?
I can't think of anyone from the top of my head, actually. Because I feel like, you know, everyone, doctors, nurses, members of government, heads of states, royal families, I think they're all wonderful.
Yeah, I think we should have a go at, I don't know,
Bernie Sanders?
No, people...
Look at him always sitting around and being nice.
No, people volunteering for charities.
Those wanks. How selfish is it for them to try and make themselves feel better?
That's everything that's wrong with the world, don't you think that?
Such dicks.
Yeah.
Such dicks.
And Bernie Sanders, God, wanting, you know, there to be equality. What a
I know,
dickhead.
right? What a cock. And like Jeremy Corbyn trying to block the Conservatives' bill that stops 18 to 22-year-olds getting housing support because it would leave people homeless.
Yeah.
What kind of a dick move is that?
I know, he's such a twat, that Jeremy Corbyn, isn't he? He just, you know, he doesn't like the Tories. He doesn't want them to do their things.
But you know who is great?
Who?
Theresa May raising national insurance. That's just so heartwarming, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a woman of the people.
Yeah. That's the news we all wanted to hear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
it was so heartwarming reading that.
Yeah.
And that Corbyn criticised her, even Cameron criticised her.
Oh.
Like, what dicks? It's a woman. She's pioneer. She's like Sophie Blanchard. She's a pioneer. I think I took it too far, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of just insulted Sophie Blanchard then.
I'm so sorry, Sophie Blanchard. That was worse than the joke I made about you dying.
Yeah. The joke about her dying is worse than being compared to a Tory.
No. Being compared to her Tory is worse because she died ages ago.
Yeah.
I know people say that sometimes I say stuff too soon. I'm pretty sure it's not too soon.
I don't know. I think 17, whenever she died, you know. I didn't actually mention when she died, did I?
She died on the 6th of July, 1819.
Ooh, 1819. Wow.
Yeah. About 200 years ago.
Ooh. Yeah, too soon, Tarmin. Really, guys, give it, you know.
198 years ago and it's still too soon.
Give it a couple more years, at least.
So you make it an even 200.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You know what that means? I can't actually air this episode till 2020 now.
Ooh, just to add a little more. She made 67 balloon ascents. That's the precise amount she made.
67?
Yeah, she had about 50 francs to her name, I think. 50,000 francs. So that's quite a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Sounds like a lot.
Well, she got rid of the husband, though.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was shit with the money.
Yeah, and her tombstone was apparently engraved with the epitaph, victim of her heart and intrepidity.
Intrepidity?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I hope so.
Okay.
Intrepid. I can't pronounce words anymore. I used to be able to as well.
No, the thing is, with me, when it gets, the later it gets in the day, the less I can pronounce words.
Yeah.
Like, I was out with Lana last night. I kept getting her name wrong. or saying it weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost midnight, so... Well, it's technically not almost midnight, it's just after 11, but it's almost midnight in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's closer to midnight than 10 o'clock, so...
True.
Truer words have never been said before.
Telling the time with Tarmin.
Yeah.
That's a new segment for the podcast.
It is now 11:15 p.m, not a.m. But to be fair, even if it was a.m, I'd still be quite tired.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Anyway, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so. Other than that, we love Sophie.
Yeah, other than that, I do not take back that joke because it was quite a good one. And we should have laughed instead of regretting it immediately. Let's own our fuck-ups, okay?
I cannot laugh at poor Sophie.
She died ages ago.
So what?
You're
Respect
not laughing
for
at
the
her, you're
dead.
laughing at the joke.
I
She lived her life with joy, and I'm ending it with joy.
Yeah, by going on about her bloody corpse.
I said yeah, actually. I didn't specify whether it was the balloon or the corpse. I just said it was flaming and on the ground.
I'm offended for Sophie.
What, you her boyfriend? Relax.
I will defend her honour.
You can't even defend your own honour.
True. But I didn't have any honour to begin with, so kind of...
True.
Doesn't make much difference then, does it?
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've dragged this on quite a fair bit.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be quick, Matthew.
That's your fault.
How's it my fault?
I kept to the facts. I just,
Whose laptop malfunctioned in the middle of it?
Possibly mine.
There's no possibly.
I think it was resting for a little bit, to be honest,
No, there was no possibly about it. And whose friend had to give him a call at 9 o'clock?
Mine.
Yeah.
Well, you could have gone to sleep for an hour or so.
I was sleeping when you texted me when are we starting this, and I was like, I forgot about this. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've got laundry to do, literally.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I put it in when your friend called.
I don't know. Late night laundry.
This is how I roll, brother.
That could be another segment.
This is how I roll.
I'm coming up with loads of segments for this podcast.
Really shit segments. Really shit segments no one's going to want to listen to, and I'm not going to want to record.
True, but that's the fun of it,
Go fuck yourself, Matthew.
This is pure art. We don't do it for an audience. We just do, we do it for ourselves.
I'm not editing those shitty segments. You can figure out how to edit those shitty segments if you like. It's up to you. You can deal with it. Go on.
No, we'll just do a whole podcast.
Remember the Loch Ness. Remember the Loch Ness.
Okay, we won't do Tell the Time with Tarmin.
Okay, good.
The other one, I can't remember what I just thought of.
We should do learn Roman numerals with Matt.
I did it. I got them all right.
All one.
What?
She was like, learn French lessons with Matt.
Yeah. That's going to work.
Did you not learn any French?
At infant school.
What do you mean infant school?
At infant school.
As in nursery?
No, at infant school.
Nursery.
Nursery's the next bit up. No, nursery's first, then it's infant school.
No, it's not infant school.
No,
do you know what
it was infant school. It was infant school.
No, it's primary school.
Is it called?
Do you know what an infant is?
Do you know why it was called infant school?
Why?
Because my school had infant school in the title. Infant school's before primary school. Infant school's year 1 and 2.
Primary school is including year 1 and 2.
No, it's not.
Where the fuck did you go to school?
Wasn't back then. Well, it certainly
Yes,
wasn't
it was.
at our school.
You're a year older than me. What do you mean back then?
It wasn't at our school. We had nursery,
There was
infant
something
school.
wrong with your childhood.
No, there wasn't. It was a perfectly good childhood.
There was
It's a better way of
nursery,
doing it.
and then there was primary school.
No, there was not. It was nursery, infant school, primary school.
No. In fact,
Are you telling me
my
you
primary
went?
school had the nursery school in it.
Are you telling me you went from year 1 to year 6 all in one school?
Yeah. I went from nursery to year 6
You're a complete
all in one
weirdo.
school.
That's not the way people do it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you Londoners, you're just...
I went from nursery to year 6.
London's
and then
just,
I went to secondary school.
London's just so strange. You just do things all weird.
How is it strange? And then secondary school, year 7 to year 11.
No wonder you end up being, godless sodomites and stuff like that. God.
It's so weird, Matt. Your life is so weird.
Almost everywhere else in the country does it.
That is so weird.
Nursery,
Why do you need to go to so many schools? Like, what the fuck? Where are you getting this money from?
Because you have different
guys are talking
levels.
about immigrants coming in and taking your jobs. Where is all this money coming from for all these different schools? Sort yourselves out.
It's the schools.
Shut down some of the schools. Chill the fuck out.
Anyway, I went to infant school. And I will defend infant schools till my death.
Oh my God, no. No, just primary school.
Just you wait until we get to the next podcast, and infant schools are all I'm going to be talking about.
It's primary school.
Infant.
My primary school had my nursery to year 6.
Oh my God, that is just...
All in one, compound.
All those kids mixing? Jesus.
No, they kept us separate.
No way. That's just
We had
that's
separate
just wrong.
playgrounds. How's it wrong?
It's just
Nursery had separate playgrounds from reception. Reception had separate playgrounds from year 1 and 2. And then the other upper years were together.
No. It's just wrong.
The fuck?
It's just, I don't know, in London.
What's wrong with your childhood? So weird.
No, it's
God,
London.
it's so weird.
You're just the kind of hotbed of depravity, you know. And it starts at your primary
is so
school.
fucked up right now. Oh my God, the shed and now this. My God. My God.
You didn't get to know the joys of infant school.
Oh my God, stop saying it.
You just stayed in one school.
Stop
your whole
saying
childhood.
Stop saying it.
I feel so sad for you.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Infant school.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shall not.
Shut up. This is the most heated we've ever gotten before.
I know. Of all the things we could get angry about, it's whether it's infant school or primary school.
And we all know it's primary school.
It's infant school.
It's primary school. Oh, God. Okay, we really need to turn this off because it's gone on far too long.
Yeah.
All right. So, listeners, I'd like to say goodbye and hope you enjoyed the life of Sophie Blanchard. And Matt has just messaged me infant school. The one time he figures out how to message on Skype.
Yeah.
So, listeners, we hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye from me.
And goodbye from everyone else.
Yeah, and just before we sign off, I'd like to say it is primary school. It's primary school. Primary school.
I'm getting a bit too passionate about this.
Bye, primary school.